Hello.
Hey,
Am I audible, guys?
yes, SYNTHFLOW webinar.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's doing fine.
Hey, thank you.
That I and Max are from Mr. Gesner's team. We have joined on behalf of him.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, so we will wait a couple more minutes for people to get around and then we'll start.
Okay.
Hey, welcome, Ryan.
Is this where the party's at?
Yeah, just in time.
All right.
All right, one more minute and we're going to start.
Sounds good.
All right, we can kick it off. Let's start first. Just to be sure, I will mute everyone. 1 second, people are joining. So please stay mute for the duration of the first part, because we're going to have a FAQ as well and the chance for you to raise questions too. Please also shoot questions in the chat room because we're going to pick them and my colleagues will pick them up as well if they can answer. All right, so, and also what's important, the recording will be available at the end of the webinar and it will be sent via the email. So no worries. And thank you for being here. Let's kick it off. All right, let's go with the agenda. So I will talk about some LLM updates that probably you've seen also this week that were happening in the news. And yeah, we want to have our take on that. We want to talk about one of our newest feature, the knowledge base. And I'm going to demo you how it works. And then we're going to dive a bit into the roadmap. And the last, we have an FAQ session. All right, let's kick it off with the LLM updates. So as you've seen, at least for OpenAI, they launched GPT 4.0 and they done a crazy demo. But what I want to say from the start, we're really happy that they've done that, but that's a demo because we already have a lot of customers that are waiting for that. So they're still building it. It will require like 1 more month to be fully functional. We already have access to it, but it's a bit far from where it was in the demos. But although it's way faster, It's even smarter than GPT-4 Turbo, and we're really happy testing out it. It's already on our app. It's still marked as beta because it still has a couple of hiccups that we're waiting for OpenAI to adjust. But yeah, we're looking forward to this one. And on the other side, we have Meta. And on the other side, we have Llama from Meta. We're already using this for a couple of weeks. And we're really happy with it. It's still also in terms of like almost ready, and similar with GPT-4o, it's faster. It also way smarter. And what are the hiccups we're seeing? Yeah, as I was saying about GPT-4o on the OpenAI, there are some hiccups in terms of like doesn't do function calling properly in terms of booking appointments and stuff like that. But mainly, besides that, it's working really, really great, right? So those are the new models that we're working on with. We have our entire team testing them, and other AIs testing them as well. We have automated testing for those models. And yeah, probably in the next webinar, we're going to talk a bit more about those, and we're going to have them most likely as recommended and default models. But we're looking forward. This will be probably really, really, really bright in the future. Let's move on. The knowledge base. Yes, the knowledge base is something that a lot of you were requesting since we started, but it was tricky because initially it added a bit latency and it was not doing it perfectly. And we decided internally that we shouldn't release it until we're happy with it. And right now we are happy with it, and we launched it like I think 1 week ago. And Ben, if you could please mute. And it works how it's intended to work. You probably have the logic from how a knowledge base can work from the chat GPT or any other text assistants, and it works in the same manner. You can create some repository, some folders with knowledge bases, then you can feed that to the assistant, so he has knowledge about certain more things than the prompt. So it enhances his prompt knowledge by having a bit more information that it can pull out from. Right now, what you can pull into the knowledge base, there are PDFs, URLs, and plain text sources. All work the same for the URL, just like extracting everything it will get from the site. In the future, we're going to make this better, adding more different formats like docs, spreadsheets, and also on the URLs, we're going to have the chance for you to pull like the sitemap and pull the subpages as well. But until then, this is the V1 that we have, and I'm going to demo you how you use it. So let me go to my app. So I created a new assistant. 1 second. But let me show you how you create a knowledge base. So here on the knowledge base tab, first you're going to have folders that you can select or create from scratch. The creation is simple. You create a folder, you give it a name, and then you have it. Here, when you select the folder, you can add multiple documents to it. So here you can add like, I've added some plain text. I added a calendar here for the agent to pull, and some phone information, email, and so on. And also another haiku that I want to demo just for the show of it. So I created a demo assistant. It's simple assistant. It's from one of our templates. I think the automotive one, but yeah, let's do the demo. One second. Oh, and after, forgot to show you, sorry. And after you create a knowledge base, by simply clicking here, add, you can select which knowledge base, and once you add it, it will show it like this. You'll be able to remove it if you're not happy with it, but basically this is it. Let's start.
Welcome to Auto Care Hub. This is Alex. How may I assist you today?
Hey, nice to meet you. Can you please tell me your availability for May 26th?
We're closed on Sunday, May 26th. Would another day work for you?
Could you tell me about Saturday, June 1st, your availability?
On Saturday, June 1st, we're open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
All right, great. Thank you very much. Can you please tell me your phone number?
Sure, you can reach us at 123-456-7890. Okay.
Right, that's great. Thank you very much. Can you help me with one more thing, please? Can you tell me SYNTHFLOW haiku?
It seems there might have been a mix-up. I don't have information on a SIGN haiku.
It's.
Could you clarify what you're looking for?
I'm looking for SYNTHFLOW's haiku.
Got it. Here's a haiku for you. Whispering winds call, wheels turn on the open road.
All right. So just want to show you one more thing. Here on the prompt, on the calendar availabilities and the phone number, I didn't add anything. There's no phone number, no availability. So everything was pulled out from the knowledge base. What we've seen in our test with the knowledge base is that you can add quite a lot, but if you really want to make sure the AI pulls it correctly, you should a bit format it when it's case. If you're just pulling big PDFs and the only interested information is one page, it's better if you just remove the other 16 pages out of it, because it doesn't make sense to let it be there and make no use of it. So be kind with the knowledge that you train your AI with. Yeah, basically this is the demo for the knowledge base. Let me revert back to the presentation. Right, so this webinar, this is the only feature that we're going to demo. We worked a lot on the backend and on the voice stability and the voice scaling. So there are a lot of things that have been improved there. And you should feel that rather than show. So hopefully you go and test it out yourself and you see the improvements. Let's move forward. So on the roadmap, here we have some things that we already added, and I'm going to start with the voice improvements that we have already told you about. We're enabling 11 labs multi-language V2 that was also already in testing and should be part of this sprint. So next week you will see improvement in the quality of the voices on our side. Next feature is something that was also quite expected and finally hits up the spot is the live webhook. So with what live webhook you'll be able to do is during a call, when a user says a certain thing, you can trigger a webhook on the backend, and then the information will be pulled back into the conversation. So you can make multiple actions in the end, like search for an item or do different things, search for a stock or whatever you want to trigger in the backend and feed it back to the AI. Next, transfer call to human V2. We already have this, which is really it was V1 for a couple of times, but right now you will be able to create a conference with the human on the other side. So it will be more pleasant experience rather than dropping off the call after it introduces and so on. So this is transfer call to human. Then we really thought about the analytics. Probably some of you who already have an account, you know that we have a dashboard, but that dashboard is rudimentary. That dashboard was built there since we had the MVP for SYNTHFLOW. So we're going to improve that, because we realized that now a lot of you need to show like a lot of KPIs to either your customers or yourself to make sense of what's happening within the app. So it will be a new and quite in-depth overhaul of the dashboard KPIs. Next, I think this I mentioned last time as well, the easy assistant builder for demos. We're trying to have a new way of building quick assistants, meaning like only 2 steps to build assistants that you can demo for your users. This will be really easy when you're going to pitch your customers and so on. Prompt creation and Copilot. Copilot V2 is already put on hold because prompt creation. We want to simplify a bit the way you're building the prompts on our end. I know right now it's a multi-line input, it's a block of text that follows some instructions. We're going to really simplify that part as well, because so far we didn't do that because things had been changed and we didn't know exactly all the time what was the best thing to do, and we wanted the liberty to adjust the prompt more. But right now we're pretty confident that by simplifying it, it will be easier for you to understand how to build it quicker, but also for us to maintain the best quality out of your prompts. Then multi-hop for assistance teams. This is the feature that we already launched, and right now the way it works only, it's by it transfer to an assistant one time, and that's it. It cannot transfer back to the assistant leader or to the other sub-assistants. What you can do right now, you can multi-transfer from different assistants to the others without doing the call from the start. So it's like having multiple prompts and navigate through them based on the call needs. This will also improve the experience a lot. And the last, but not the least, because it's something also important that we're planning, we're telling it about contacts page for lead management. This is still in work and isn't ready probably next week or the following week. You'll be able to import leads directly into our platform and make calls to that leads straight from our platforms, and then populate with information about those leads back into the platforms. So it's not like the batch we have already, where just upload a spreadsheet. We intend to allow you to upload leads from a CRM, from your existing CRM, upload them into the contacts, and then you can do certain actions, call them, and then populate back for that specific lead certain actions or the transcript and so on, so you can push it back to your CRM. And yeah, this is the roadmap. I already see the funnel doc. Hey, you're inquiring about the black label. Yes, the black label, it's still on our table, but I just want to let you know that it's a big project and it has a lot of requests from you, but we need to make it sure it works properly and ensure that everything is okay on that. But most likely we'll release a beta kind of black label this month. Yeah. Yes, Jeff, I can't tell you more details about the pricing there, because there's the part where we're thinking really thoroughly on that. But the black label will be exactly, you can resell to other agencies based on your company. So there's no SYNTHFLOW as a middleman there. You'll be it will be Jeff company and they will resell Jeff's a white label solution. Yeah. All right. Now we can move to the QA part. Please either shoot your question into the chat or raise your hand. And please. So can we create multiple tables in knowledge base? So Diki, what I've shown you there is a table that I created manually, but in the markdown format. You can create multiple ones. Yeah, for sure. Yes, Scott.
Yeah. So what are the limitations on the knowledge base, if there is any? I know you said don't just go upload 16 pages and only one page matters, but really, is there a limit? Do you guys have limitations on that?
Right now, I mean, we didn't test it in the limit size. It's pulled the correct information so far. It's the only thing that you might experience for larger files is that it might increase the time until it feeds back the answer.
Okay. And then as far as the knowledge base as well, the websites, is it just going to pull off of the page that you give you? So you might need to add in multiple pages, or we'll be able to ping the entire website?
No, it's just the page. We will work on pulling like the entire page with the sub pages and so on. But right now it only pulls that specific page that you embed the link to. Yeah.
Okay. And then as far as the prompting goes now, all we have to do is really, give it the agent its name, its title, the company it's with, maybe a little brief description about the company, and then the script that we want, or the instructions for the script that we want, right? And then just put everything else in the knowledge base.
Yes, so the knowledge base is mainly used for something that doesn't come so often in the conversation. So it doesn't need to be in the main prompt where it's the perfect scenario and what the AI needs to do, but it's like information about your availability as I've shown you, or I don't know, products or stuff like that, if the user inquires about that. Yeah.
So if you do like you're not interested, for example, right, like a rebuttal, you could just put the rebuttal in the knowledge base, not have to have it in the prompt itself.
Yes. Yes.
Now, if we do have additional instructions, right, because there are some rebuttals that we have that have 2 to 3 additional instructions if they keep saying it, for example. Do you think that would be smarter to keep in the prompt, or it would be fine to put the instructions inside of the knowledge base as well?
No, it's better to keep the instructions in the knowledge base in that case. I mean, everything that's related to the behavior of the AI should be actually in the prompt itself.
Okay.
It's only
All right,
about
so if it's just a one-off answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so if it's just a one-off answer, then keep it in put in the knowledge base.
Yes.
If there's additional instructions to it, keep it in the prompt.
Yes.
All right.
That's all from your side, Scott.
I think so for now.
Yeah, thank you very much. Jeff Biller, you are the next one.
Sure, appreciate it. And I also want to thank for all your hard work and really just being there for everybody. I got a question. I've got a group. I'm in I've had an agency. I've been in the tree care industry and run a group of over, about 12% of every tree companies in my group. We got about 12,000. And I don't want to roll anything out until the latency and drop call stuff. And, I'm waiting for it to get it, and you're making great progress. My question is, between the 3.5, the turbo, and then the 4.0 that's coming out now, as far as a simplistic bot for handling overflow of calls coming in and then making calls to their clients to see if they may need an estimate, or them or any of their neighbors may need an estimate for some referral basis. So not a complex bot, not a complex assistant. Is the new one can you tell yet with the 4.0 is, because I don't need that huge knowledge, that part. I guess what's your gut feeling on time frame, and also as far as drop calls, and as far as using 3.5 versus 4 versus the turbo and versus the 4.0 on just a simple agency one to help on, calls like that. Nothing, not a long conversation.
Yes, so we need to take into account, like as you said, how smart the model is and how snappy it is. So right now we've seen the Llama 3 is really promising on the snappiness and also the GPT-4o. But GPT-4 Turbo is really great. So far, it's doing a great job. But one of those GPT-4o and Llama 3 will be like the default for speed. I'm pretty sure one of them will be the winner there. Yeah.
Okay. And as far as Black Label, time frame, are we talking 2 weeks, 2 months, or
So as I said, probably this month we're going to release like a closed beta of this Black Label.
okay.
A few people just to see how it works, how we manage it, what issues might appear. And once we're ready, we're going to release it. But because it's a really big project and we're starting the closed beta, I cannot give you a really time
Sure.
frame
No
where we're going to
no,
launch it live. Yeah.
no problem. I just wanted a kind of a general idea. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Anthony, please.
So on the knowledge base, one thing I notice when I'm putting everything in the prompt, and now the knowledge base, so I have lists of products, and I do notice that the engine tries to answer questions that are like products are not there. So I have it in the prompt, say if it's not there, do not answer. So the way it would work now is I can get my list of products as a spreadsheet in a knowledge base, and I'd keep the negatives in the prompt, saying if it's not listed in this knowledge base, do not answer the question. Is that how you want to do that, or?
Yes, you can do that. But what do you have in the knowledge base in the spreadsheet? What do you have there?
So in the prompt right now, so I own a real estate brokerage and I also speak nationally on AI. So I'm training it right now. I've actually got rid of my customer service. So I'm using it to answer questions of what properties we have available for sale.
All right. Okay.
And it was making up stuff. And I said, okay, that's not good. So I put a negative. So if it's not there, don't bring it up. But if it is there in the prompt, it is bringing it up. So you're saying I can take that out of the prompt and put it in the
Can you tell
knowledge.
me what model did you use to do that?
I don't know which model I have up. It's probably up here. So you're saying that maybe the
Yes.
different.
If you try it one more time with GPT-4 and let me know the results. You can write me, please. I'm just writing here my email. I'm really curious how that will work. But yes, please write me the results and we can take it from there to see it, ensure it works properly. Yeah.
And is it faster to keep everything in the prompt and reference the knowledge base, or what? Because I know the knowledge base is nice to kind of give it that basic foundation, those type of things. That this products are going to change all the time.
Yes. So you need to understand that knowledge base is not the instructions per se for the agent. Everything that you expect the agent to do, to act, it needs to be in a prompt. And the knowledge base is something that it pulls. It's like a bag where the assistant stops and looks for something and just pulls out. So it's not something he goes through the knowledge base and learns what to do next. It's not about that. Everything needs to be in a prompt on how it should behave. Yeah.
Got it. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anthony. Keith, you're next. Be safe. You're driving.
I'm not really driving. Yes, I am. Ça va, monsieur? Thank you for what you've built. I'm a very novice person, right? I run a recruiting firm and we bring in about 3,000 candidates a day. And many of them want to call in and make sure we're not full of shit. So you talked about the webhooks. That's what we've been waiting for, to connect it to our Go High level, so that I want to know when that'll be live, and when the candidate calls in, will the webhook be able to recognize they're calling from, go get their information in GHL so that the agent can answer with like, hello, Keith, how can I help you?
Yes, that's something we expect it to do. Most likely next week. Yeah. It's already in developers
Most
right
likely in the next week. So
now. Yeah.
Yep.
No,
as
next week
that
it will
candidate
be
starts asking questions,
one
Go
thing.
ahead.
Next week it will be probably in beta, so it might still have a bit of hiccups there. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. As that person starts asking more direct questions that directly apply to them, but we have the answer in the custom fields and the custom values, the webhook will keep running and be able to just pull it forward and say, oh, you're assigned to Tuesday at 4. Don't forget you're meeting with so-and-so, because that's all in their profile in the CRM and GHL.
Yes, that will be a lot for sure. May I suggest you something meanwhile? Because there are already people that wanted this kind of behavior. They are doing it already in GHL.
Okay.
What you can do, usually those customers are already in your database in GHL.
Yep.
So what you do, you can close their call, you identify them by the phone number, and you then can trigger back an outbound call based on that number after you identified who the user is, and push all the information that you said as variables. So that's way easier.
I appreciate that. We did see that in your how to help us type stuff. I think you even personally gave us that answer. Somebody did. But just think about from the perspective of the person who calls in and says, is this for real? And they say, yes, it is. I'll hang up and call you right back because I don't know who you are. So the sooner we can get to a place, and we love what you're doing, to be able to identify who's calling, the more trust will go up.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much, Keith. Mario, you're next, please.
Hey, how's it going? My question is more directed towards the go high leveling, getting information, because I kind of have an idea now how the knowledge bases work. It's pretty much a recall, right? My assumption is we have knowledge as individuals, and so when I input something on the knowledge base, it's just supposed to go back and recall. If this is said, then this gets rebutted or so on and so forth. And so I understand the concept of that a little bit. My question is, because we have a few leads lists, right? I door knocked. I'm a mortgage loan officer, plus I've done solar for both residential and commercial in the past. And so I'm sitting on a bucket of leads, right? That on the batch file only allows me to put so many. Okay, so
Yes.
And so my question was, I'm importing everything onto my go high level since I can access everything through there.
Mhm.
And how do we make it so that we just pulling out the information from that leads list on my go high level, rather than me trying to input everything over into a batch file on SYNTHFLOW?
So you can start calling in batches over Go high level way easier than you can do it in Zapier, or I think also on our tool. The only thing you need to do is indeed do all the push all the leads into Go high level, sorry.
Okay.
And after that, you need to create some automations that have that drip kind of, it's actually called drip, the drip action inside that. And you can just set them up. I don't know if I have something here. So I think I had something open. I don't want to open something. But yeah, you basically have a tag, you add a tag, and then you need to do the drip action. And right, you will have the tag, and when you can tag in bulk a couple of users, and you tag with, I don't know, whatever tag you want, and then you add this drip, and it will call in batches. And you can put here, I suggest have like 30, because you don't want to get flagged by Twilio, 30, 50, 60. And then you start doing the call with the action, make a phone call from us. And basically, this is how you trigger out batches.
Gotcha. And so that's going to be a separate, like I have to pretty much add funding in order to have that action, the make a call action work?
Sorry, can you repeat the last part? Add what?
Does that mean I have to have funding in for the make a call? It's because I'm trying to make sure that all the money that is being spent on here, since I'm not the actual boss in this, I'm just the guy that says, hey, you know, take care of this. We want to implement the AI. So I have to input funding to the go high level in order for us to be able to use that action of make a call, correct?
Yes. And Scott wrote me here that he has a free solution for free call triggers. He have a solution for free call triggers. He wrote in the chat. Yeah.
Okay.
He knows way more, but yeah.
Okay.
There's an alternative. Yeah, if you do it like this, you have to pay, exactly as you said. But if you reach Scott where he wrote his email, you can reach out to him and you can take it both from there. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Okay.
All right. That were all your
Thank you,
questions.
Scott. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mario. All right. Anyone else? Also, I'm looking into the chat. If my CRM is not integrating directly, can I add links in Hyper knowledge base for the AI agents to view my app? Wait, what do you mean? If my CRM is not integrated directly, can I add links? Links of what? Duki, can you please explain your last phrase?
I feel like he means that Haiku is
The model.
the model, and he means a knowledge basis. So input a link to the knowledge basis for the CRM.
Actually, my CRM was not integrating directly. So I wanted to add maps to it. So can I just put the link of my Google Maps or to my CRM where it can directly access the calendar or something?
No. Yeah.
As I have multiple appointments in a day. So like for 9 to 6, there will be multiple sections that I want to divide it into. And I want it to be location based.
Right. No, it will not work like that. I just gave an example with the availabilities. The availabilities that you should have, they're pulled by the calendar when you integrate with the calendar. So by either choosing call.com or the Go High Level calendar, you will set up there the calendar and all the available slots. Yeah.
Yes, we are moving to Go High Level soon. But till then, I was thinking of doing something with this so that
you could use, until you move, you can use call.com if you want to do that. Yeah.
Do cal.com gives me an ability to import all the data, and
not sure right now. Need to check. But give it a look. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Can we use voices cloned via 11 Labs? Yes. Thank you, Leo, for answering that. Yeah, please. Any other questions?
Really quickly, I wanted to say, if anybody here on the call utilizes Discord, because I do use it quite a bit, if you want to create a subcategory to have something on there, especially if we're doing solar, I'm really want to see what's going on, you know, even real estate, you know, see what's going on and be a part of those. And so that way I can actively see what's working for individuals, what's not working for certain agencies. And then, I mean, if that's okay with us to be able to use Discord for that purpose.
Yes, I think we can make that. I will create subgroups in Discord for each industry, and you can join there. Yes, I will do that. If I don't, please remind me over the email. So
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, all right.
I got you.
Thank you very much. Bobby, please. Hey, Bobby.
Alex, thank you. Real quick. So this is for a local retail shop, right? Like a barber shop. When people call, the team is already working on somebody now. I would really love to implement the system where the agent will pick up the call. It will say, hey, who do you want to book a call with? It will look up the availability in the GHL calendar. Right now, the challenge I have is the POI system I'm using. It's Square, right? Now, Square is very, don't have very good APIs, which means it only syncs with Google Calendar. And then we have to get all those appointments into GHL, and then it's a three-way sync that has to happen. Now, my question for you is, like the snapshot that you have built for real estate agents and all that, is there any local business snapshot that any of the team is working on that we can share with each other?
So the snapshots, by the way, are built by Beyond Orbit, Scott here. They just built it for us. I'm not sure if we have something like that, but I just want to revert back to you with a question. Why don't you use call.com instead of moving all freeways to GHL? You cannot use call.com? I think it's easier.
You're talking about SYNTHFLOW agent, the AI agent using cal.com?
Yes, for the bookings.
That's easy. I don't have a problem between the integration with SYNTHFLOW and GHL or Cal. It's just the integration between the Square system and the third-party systems like Cal or GHL.
All right.
It's syncing with the Google Calendar, but again, cal.com or GHL Calendar is still a third layer that we are adding, right?
Yeah, and that adds a bit of complexity.
That's right.
Yes. I need to think about that. How would be a suitable solution for you? But yeah, I don't have it on the spot.
It's just that the payment system, Stripe, is really good. It's just that they don't have a fancy device like Square that is more beautiful when you're in a retail shop, right? It's just the POI system is really good. The hardware, I mean. Now, Square, if they can come up with it, then all this would be easier. And we can run with the solution for a lot of thousands of retail shops. It's just that Square doesn't have a hardware right now. And it's really, really challenging working with Square to get all these integrations happen. It's okay. We don't have to have a solution today.
Yeah, as I recommend you mentioned snapshots. Not sure if here Scott might give you a hand. You can reach out to him. Yeah, he does this for a living, so he might be able to do something on that.
Sure thing. Awesome, Alex. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bobby. Keith, please.
Yeah, one more question. Where is it on the roadmap where you build an agent that just takes over my job so I can go to the beach every day?
That's the goal. That's the goal. Once we do that, yeah, we're not going to host the webinars anymore, neither. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Keith. Nick, please.
Hi, yeah, good to speak to you again. We do a lot of work with the state agency, that's my background, and a lot of the time we get callers on asking about a specific property. So my plan was we've got a spreadsheet with the property description, address, and a link to the brochure. Is it possible for it to send out the SMS link during the call for a specific property that's been mentioned on that call?
Yes, not right now, but with the live webhook, you'll be able to do that on your own. So when they ask for a certain property, you can trigger the webhook on the back end, find that property and send them the SMS. So this will solve your issue. Yeah.
That's the main thing. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nick. Jasper, your turn.
Yes, thank you very much. Great product you have, by the way. It's amazing and really nice to follow. But I have two questions actually. One is around the live webhooks. Do you expect that it would be possible as soon as the call is established to trigger a live webhook that identifies the caller's phone number and pushes it into another system? Because we want to do the context relevance on the name of the person calling already before anyone has spoken, so it can say, "Hey Jesper, great to see you," and have the context of, in our case, IT support for that specific user, so we can discuss that and use the phone number to identify them.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. Right now, the way we're designing the webhook is when a certain thing is mentioned. But although what you're saying is interesting, and the contact page, which I wrote here, lead for lead management, might be useful for that. Because once you'll be able to pull all the contacts into the app, whenever a call is happening, it might be able to directly pull the contact from there. So if the contact exists in that list, that might be something you could make use of. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's a viable solution. I think the right thing to do is to have the call details being something you can push as soon as the call is established, because otherwise we would need to sync our contacts into the lead management. And we don't do leads, we do customer support, and we do sensitive information. So we can't push PII into necessarily the lead management module or want to maintain it there. So it's just for a context when you design it, that this is something that would be very useful. And I think it would be universally accessible for everyone using an API, just to have the phone number and be able to recognize people before they call.
But Jesper, look, Scott had a really good idea here. Like, thank you for calling X company name. You should be able to trigger the webhook, and he's correct. You can add that phrase to be the trigger, and then it will trigger the context.
Okay, will that include the original caller ID?
It could include, yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. Sounds good. I just wanted to ask. The second question I have is, now that we have GPT-4o and we have 11 Labs, the multilingual V2 model, what are the plans on additional languages? I know you designed it primarily for English and intend to move on in the future, but it seems like these two are culminating now, that additional languages are getting a lot better with GPT-4o and 11 Labs. What's the time frame for that?
So we wanted in Q3 towards end to prepare more on that. But I really believe, as you said, that it might be sooner with those new models that will make our life easier. Can't give you an ETA on that. It's in the mid of the roadmap, but it's something we're going to release. And the first languages that we're planning to release, I can tell you, it's German, Spanish, French, and probably Arabic. Those will be the main languages in the first batch. Then we're going to other languages as well.
Okay, why are you prioritizing some if they're supported by all models?
We're prioritizing those because German is our language, because company is based in Germany, and the others is due to the demand. But the way we release them and why we release them in batch is because they don't go like vanilla. The LLM supports it, but we still do add a couple of flavor on it. There are still things that needs to be done. So it's not like we need to enable them. We need to adjust certain parameters for them. So that's why we didn't release them already, because you can talk with OpenAI in 90 plus languages already, but that doesn't mean you can talk with them.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? Keith, please lower your hand after you're talking. Yes, one more thing, and we're getting to the end. I just want to show you that we have this amazing board here. It's called, I just shared the link, it's called feedback@synthflow.ai. So for all the ideas of features that you have, please go here, and it's synced automatically with your account from SYNTHFLOW. And post here, please, features, upvote them, and it will be really helpful for us to know what to prioritize next, what we'll be working on, and you will be able to see what's planned here. It's not the entire roadmap. We still have another internal roadmap, but we're mostly guiding about this with also some other things. So, Christopher, yes. Sorry, I thought you wanted to say something.
Oh, I apologize. No, I'm sorry. I didn't realize my my microphone was on. Sorry,
No
Alex.
worries. No worries. So yeah, please go here, post all your feature requests, and upvote the ones that you like and you think it will help you. But yeah, this was for today. Thank you very much for joining. We'll send the recording after the call, and be sure to be sure to join the next webinar in probably 3 weeks. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you for having us, and it was very
Thanks, Alex.
helpful and knowledgeable.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.